Hey, good morning. It's Mike Zschunke at Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shipton Properties on our way to our Friday morning meeting in Paradise Valley. Quick market update, residential, commercial, economy, and then we're going to just a little real estate secret for you. Some might like, some might not like. Let's see, inventory we'll start with. We're up again. We're almost 1,500 single-family detached homes in Scottsdale. It's up another 35. So, we're getting there. It's still pretty tight. We need a lot more to choose from. Residential, it's a strange market still. We've got sellers up here, buyers down here, and buyers watch the news and think it's slow, but we are super busy in Scottsdale right now. If you'd like a property, put your offer on paper. I get offers, people who have never seen the property and they don't show me a proof of funds, and I know they're not serious. I ignore those. So, actually, I don't ignore them, but I know that they're not serious. So anyway, if you want it, just put it on paper. You never know what the seller's thinking. You never know the seller's situation. Anyway, new home sales came out this week. Little slightly lower than expected, but builders, it's expensive to build. New home sales, that's brand new construction. It's expensive to build, and the biggest thing is permitting. Permitting is taking forever right now. Builders are sitting on a lot of land, so they're waiting to see what happens here with this economy, and we're live. They'll figure it out. So anyway, national pending home sales was yesterday or the day before. That's the big one. It was down 5% year over year and down 4.6% nationwide. I was surprised by that number. Like I said, we've been super busy here in Scottsdale, so I ran some local numbers. 85259 zip code in Scottsdale, pending home sales was up 15% for January. And I thought, well, who's not in the market? I looked at Maricopa County, pending home sales up 33% for January. So remember, I hear it all the time when I go on listing appointments or meet with a buyer, a new buyer. They hear what they hear on the media. That's not true. Every market is different. There's a new record sale in Paradise Valley, $33.5 million. New construction home, 23,000 square feet. Had a bunker, had an underground shooting range, which, if that's interest you, call me. We might have a big one coming up. So anyway, it's been busy. It's a lot of off-market activity. Again, that's why we're with Berkshire Hathaway. We see what happens off-market. We know what's coming on. We know what's happening off-market. It doesn't always make it to the statistics and things. We know people that want to sell. In fact, we've got one now, 800,000 TPC over by the Phoenix Open. It's a great house, but they're out of town and they've got to come clean it up. About 800 grand. If you want to take it as it is before they clean it up and empty it, might save you some cash and make everybody happy. There's a couple coming up, 2 to 5 million. And like I said, there's that big one. There's another 800,000 out on Sonoran Parkway. Super cool house, great view. So anyway, if you're looking for something, give me a call. What you see online is not always true, especially Compass is working. They're doing a lot of off-market stuff, but that's, Berkshire is a huge network. So when we talk to agents, we know what's going on. I got to say, don't speed in Paradise Valley. That's that little beat. So, I've got a quick story. Had a listing appointment earlier this week. I lost the listing. 100% my own fault. An elderly couple, mid-80s, and, I'm dealing it with my parents right now. Mid-80s, something just happens. There's a little confusion there. They had a reverse mortgage on their property, almost about the value of their property. It was about $1 million. And I said, you know what? Let me, before we do anything, I'm not going to tell you I can sell your house for $1.5 million, because then that doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do me any good. Let me go home. Let me see if they wanted to rent a space for $3,000. I said, let's see if we can get you a little equity out of your property, get you in to buy a patio home or something that works for you, lower your payments. Anyway, we had a good connection. I was there for 2 hours. And funny, we both worked on the Chicago Board of Trade at the same time. Of course, he was 30 years older than me. But made a connection, had a great thing. In the meantime, while I was off, making calls, seeing what I could do to help him out, I should have had him sign a listing contract, but I didn't, because I wasn't sure how we were going to get out of their situation yet. Wholesaler jumped in, offered him $950 for the house. She called me yesterday and said, Mike, I think I made a mistake. I signed a contract. I said, yep, you absolutely made a mistake. And, you know, not sure their deal is real and it's going to go through, but it's a legal document. So, you know, you got to pay attention. We're all on a list somewhere. I don't know. Everybody's on a list. You know, if you're an elderly person, you have a lot of equity or little equity, you're on a marketing list. If you just had a baby, you're on a marketing list. If you just got divorced, you're on a marketing list. So this, you know, you're not targeted. You are targeted. We're all targeted. There's not much privacy anymore. But anyway, I just felt bad for this couple. They're going to walk away with nothing. We could have got them in a patio home, and we still might be able to, and lower their payments, lower their financial stress. They're 80 years old. They don't need that. So, you know, unfortunately, there's some less scrupulous people. What's the word? I don't know. Less integrity. And they might pick up that property for $950, which is a great deal for them, but terrible for this elderly couple. So we'll see if we're going to keep in touch. I was very thankful that she called me. That, you know, breaks my heart to see that. And dealing that with our parents or ourselves in their 80s, you know, that's amazing how much they get taken advantage of, and that's not what we do. So anyway, commercial. 10,000 square feet in Deer Valley Airport. We need just wrapping up some financing for the client is wrapping up some financing. 10,000 square feet light industrial, and then we're going to have 5,000 lease in Peoria light industrial. So if you've got that, let us know. You know, we know what's out there, and we've got our eye on a couple, but we don't want to get the sellers excited yet. Had a group from LA call me. They're looking for mid-sized strip malls. Speaking of which, we got a meeting coming up with Murphy soon, sometime in March, that I'm going to let you know about. Hopefully you can come out and support that project. But yeah, commercial, multifamily came out again. There's a lot of debt expiring. We've got groups with a lot of cash that are jumping on. Multifamily is going to be the big story at the end of the year this year. You know, people got in over their heads, and they're stuck, but there's a lot of cash out there to bail them out. So, Super Beets, good stuff. Doesn't taste so great, but it feels good. She likes it.
I think it's delicious.
Super Beets. And anyway, so that's commercial. You know, it's moving. We went to a commercial meeting, commercial forum this week. Doug Ninset, something like that, came from Arizona Department of Transportation. He was talking about the new highways in the northwest, all along 303, and the southwest of the Phoenix Valley. They spend a lot of money, you know, figuring out where the population goes and where the highways need to go. So if you're investing in commercial property or residential or anything, you want to know, your broker better know that those highways are coming out there. And remember, roofs come first, then infrastructure, and then commercial. So if you're investing money like that, you want to know where the population's going and what's happening in the future. Who said it? Wayne Gretzky, or actually I think Wayne Gretzky's dad said, go where the puck is going, don't go where the puck has been. So I always thought that you always want to stay ahead of the market, nobody knows what's happening in the future, but you have. Oh, that's awesome. Normal. Anyway, economy. We had PCE this morning. Pretty much as expected. You know, Jamie Dimon said he doesn't see any de-inflation pressures coming. Ray Dalio, he's shouting a lot about debt and that. But PCE came out as expected. But interesting, there was a surprise. Personal income was up almost 1%, 0.9%. But consumer expenditures was down. So people are they saving more? I don't really understand. I didn't get a chance to look into it. But credit card debt is at an all-time high. So, you know, the Fed really is not going to do anything right now. And remember, the Fed doesn't matter. That's a short-term interest rate between banks. We look more at the 10-year, which dropped this week. 10-year was down quite a bit this week. Stock market had a lot of volatility. Remember, the 10-year or bonds in general are a flight to safety. So it's a global economy. Investors don't like uncertainty. They start seeing things shaky. I don't know why they're worried about this tariff stuff, but that's a whole nother conversation. But they don't like uncertainty. You know, this new administration, they're cutting costs, they're cutting debt. So then they'll be able to issue less bonds. You know, then as bond prices go up, yields will come down. So it's just, you never know what's really going to happen. But that uncertainty is a flight to safety. People buy bonds. as they buy bonds, prices go up, rates go down. That's all you have to know. So anyway, a little real estate secret. All brokers, all good brokers, we all have the same tools when we're selling a property. It's just, who do you click with on the buy side? You know, we all have the same tools too. Who's going to dig around and look for that off-market property? Who knows the local market? Who listens to you and, you know, listens to what you're looking for and gets you what you want? So, you know, we never want to have a buyer that have buyer's remorse. But on the sell side, we all have the same tools. It's just the size of the network. And again, as a broker, I'm with Berkshire. I love the network and I love the tools. And, you know, it's just the amount of the network, who you know and who you can pick up the phone and call and get that property sold, or who you can, on the buy side, who can you call and find the property that everybody else can't get. So that's it. You know, anyway, it's all just noise. We're going to run around Paradise Valley here this morning. We'll post some pictures later. We're here to educate, advise, and facilitate residential, commercial, land, investment property, whatever you need. Just give us a shout if you have a question. If you need some clarification on these lives, you know, we're just touching the top. Anybody can, you know, can call themselves a guru and get a following, and just because they say it doesn't mean it's necessarily the truth. But ask them why. If someone tells you something, ask them why. That's my favorite question. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be smart, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.